You know, there's a lot of things to consider when getting a holster, especially doing something that most people don't do, like pocket carry.
Okay, let's go.
808 sound down like a big away. I'm proud that I made a way. All my money needed now on a big chase. Pick the beat low out with the 808. Down like a big away. You just need to come around, but I made a way. All my money needed now on a big chase. Pick the beat low out with the 808.
This is the QVO Tacticals pocket holster for the Bodyguard 2.0. I've had this holster for about 2 weeks now, and let me tell you, the results are ridiculously insane. All right, so first off, they did not send me this holster. I paid for this with my own money. I really wanted to get something that I can throw in my pocket while I'm at work, something that I can just kind of run out to the store and, you know, throw this in your shorts. But I'll tell you, I mean, obviously in, you know, snowy days like this, you don't have to throw this in your pocket, but I caught myself using this every single day. I have an appendix carried in 2 weeks, which is insane. This is ridiculously comfortable. Now, there's always a con to something. There's a lot of pros to this holster. Number one, when it is in your pocket, I'm wearing pretty fairly tight jeans. When it's in your pocket, the thing that I love about it is it doesn't look like you've got a gun on you. I mean, you've just got this thing sitting in there. It's nothing that draws attention to you. Now, it is not made, and this is my own opinion, okay? If the holster manufacturers think that you're gonna be in a self-defense situation and you're gonna be able to reach in your pocket, pull it out and take a shot, you know, under a second, you're out of your mind. Completely no. You know, the holster's really made to be more laid back, something like a, you know, a situation where you see somebody coming up to you and, you know, hey, well, who's that guy right there? You know, and you've got your hand on the gun already, okay? You're already ready. And, you know, if they come up and attack you, you can pull it out and then boom, you'll be there under a second. But if you think you're gonna, you know, do one of these and try to reach in there and pull it out, you're gonna fumble. This little wing that they add on here, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's supposed to catch onto your pant pocket. The draw on this one is just a little different. You are wanting to keep it in your pocket, and as you're gonna draw, you're gonna pull back purposefully so you can catch this on the back of your pocket. Now, it depends on what pair of pants you're wearing. Now, the jeans that I have on, these are the ones that I want to grab the holster, pull it back, and then you'll be able to draw, okay? So that's how that goes. Now, what I did with this holster was I grabbed this little lip here and I bent it out. Can you see that? So now I can stage it in my pocket and use that as a thumb ledge, which I don't know why they don't do this anyway. You know, already bend that little lip. I'm assuming they are thinking it's gonna bother you in the pocket. That little lip doesn't bother me whatsoever. It actually feels really good because I can have my hands in here and just straight up just pull out, and I've got the gun out in 1 second, which is great, and that's kind of what you want to do. So let's do a couple drills. I want you guys to kind of feel what I'm feeling as far as this holster. Again, they did not pay me to do this. It's not sponsored in any way. I really think there is a solid product, and finally, there are holster companies that are thinking more about the end user than the profit, and I've always said that, and you'll never hear another reviewer really give you the real deal. You always hear how great the product is and you guys should get one in pink and blue, but they never tell you exactly, you know, what it does, and kind of like the downfalls to the holster too. And I'll show you some of the downfalls as well. So let's get some ears on and let's take some shots. So we're at 15 yards. This is gonna be my first draw out of this holster. I did get rid of this gun previously, and so this is a brand new pistol. I thought I didn't like the gun, you know, and then I wanted something that'll fill a void, and that void was a pocket carry. And really what brought everything together was the holster, the small gun. I love using the flush fit mag. I can use the full size magazine, you know, the extended grip. I can use this one if I wanted to, but to be more comfortable, because I think that's really what I'm looking for most, is comfort, and then concealment. I'm not too I'm not too worried if it looks like I got a gun in my pocket, but it's more about the comfort than anything else. And then obviously the shootability of the pistol, and these pistols run perfectly fine. All right, first shot, it's a 1.26 out of the pocket, which is completely insane. Now, this is where the downfall is, and it is not really the holster's fault. It's just part of the beast, okay? You have to take the pocket holster out of your pocket and reholster manually out here. So I would absolutely not recommend to reholster in your pocket. You can if you want to, but I'm not interested in shooting myself by accident. So let's put this timer back on and let's take another shot. And this is from concealment with my hands in my pocket. It's cold out. I'm talking to my buddies. All right, that's 2. Man, this gun shoots really well. 1.15, if you can see that. I missed on that one. That was at 1.17. So kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. The craftsmanship of the holster is pretty awesome. It is pretty straightforward. You don't have excess material. It's not longer than it should be. I love a long holster. I love a long holster. I like the holster to, when you're packing this carry, I like it to be comfortable. So I think the length is important, but in your pocket, I guess the smaller, the better. And I mean, they blew it out the water with this. Now, as far as the retention goes, coming out of the holster feels very quick. Going in, you can hear the retention, how it clicks. So it's a nice positive retention. And then again, coming out, pretty smooth. So really nice setup. I think the guys over at QVO Tactical did an absolute phenomenal job on this. Now I am going to do a couple more draws, and I want you to see what it looks like as I pull out and slide it out. So you'll see the holster kind of fly out, and it is what it is. You know, I'm not in the situation where you know, I'm handling 10 different guys. This is just a get off me, I don't care about the holster, and let's go. This time let's just run it like how it was intended to be, which I think I modified it and I made it way better. I'm not saying, that I know more, because I don't. I just thought that would be just a little bit better. But let's take a shot here. We'll turn on the timer. All right, I missed on that one. And that was a 1.23. Holster goes flying on the ground, but it is what it is. Let's take another shot. So you kind of fumble with it just a little bit. I think if you guys pick one of these holsters up, this is a huge, huge difference here. Now, as I'm coming out, I've watched the QVO Tactical review on this holster, and the guy does an amazing job. I mean, with training, I'm gonna get better. I'm not gonna fumble the gun. I wish I had the time, the resources to come out and train daily like some people can do, which is great. I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna use that thumb ledge on this one. That was so much better. 1.28, a little slower. And yeah, that kind of wraps it up here, guys. I totally appreciate your guys' support. I've hit over 5,000 subscribers. I am ridiculously excited, and I'm gonna do more reviews like this, more in-depth stuff, a lot of more tabletop reviews. And let me tell you, if you're in the market for a pocket holster, you will not be disappointed by this QVO Tactical holster. Use code PReviews. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a code. Yeah, hit them up, and they got tons of different colors and styles. I got the black one because it was the absolute cheapest, and I didn't want to go $100 for a holster I didn't even know was going to work for me. But if I do get another one, I'll definitely get those different colorways and all that stuff. Guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.